What up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we have a Kroger haul. I have not ordered from Kroger in a minute. It's under $100. It was actually under $75. But I'm gonna show off everything we got, and I'm gonna show you a super easy weeknight dinner idea. It involves the crock pot and an optional finisher offer in the oven. But you don't even have to do that step if you don't feel like turning on the oven because it's 178 degrees. If you're new here, hi, how are you? How's the family? Thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail and giving me a chance. On this channel, I do a lot of recipe inspiration, so feel free to check out the rest of my videos. If you enjoy the vibe while you're here, I would love it if you'd subscribe. We're gonna start off with the haul. I'll share prices on the screen for the Jacksonville, Florida market, and then stick around because we'll show you that really great dinner recipe, and then my husband joins us for a taste test. All right, my friends, we have a small but mighty little Kroger haul here to share. It was under $100. I think it came out to right around $75 for everything you see here. I'm going to point out we got no protein though. So for under $75, it's mostly, well, I mean, eggs are protein. Let's just get into it, Kate. You know, let's show the people. I did grab one pack of the Carb Balance tortillas. I usually pick this up from a wholesale club, but we are like running dangerously low. So it's an 8-pack sold at Kroger. They were having some Boost savings for Boost members, and I am a Boost member. Boost is basically their delivery service. Instead of paying like $9.95 per delivery, you pay a one-time annual fee of around, I want to say anywhere from $30 to $60, depending on if you can get a coupon for it. And then your deliveries are free as long as they're over $35. And they do probably twice annually, they do Boost savings for the members. And today they had like buy one, get one free on some things. So it was buy one, get one free on Thomas products. So I picked up a pack of the bagel thin plains, and then I also picked up a pack of the light multigrain English muffins. So these were buy one, get one free. I grabbed some eggs. I got 2 packs of the 18 count on these cage-free eggs. The price was pretty good. BJ's price is a little bit better, but I don't know in terms of comparing style eggs and stuff like this because these are organic, and I want to say the BJ's ones aren't. But anyways, I picked those up. These are our favorite slider buns. We actually prefer these over the King's Hawaiian ones. So I picked up a pack of those and they were on sale, which was great. I want to say this was if you bought 2, you got $1 off or something. We love the Old El Paso Bold Taco Kit. And I was thinking this is probably very similar to it, but it does save on carbs a little bit. We don't follow a specific nutrition plan, but I do try to like take the lighter option if it's there. So I got that. I got a couple boxes of protein. I thought that was cool that Kroger has their own protein pasta. The price wasn't like super wowing me or anything like that, so I only picked up 2 boxes. I'd rather just get it at a wholesale club in bulk, but that works to hold me over. Over here, one of my friends on Instagram sent me a recipe, and I was just thinking this is something John might like to have on hand anyway. So I grabbed a bottle of that. My allergies have been crazy lately, so if I sound like I'm sick, I cannot confirm if I'm sick or if it's just allergies, you know. Over here, we got a 2-pound pack of the Colby Jack cheese to shred up. And then I also picked up this ultra thin mild cheddar. I saw on Instagram, someone had recommended picking up the thin because this saves you a little bit, makes it a little bit lighter. So thought that was a good idea. Over here, we've got our emotional support bananas. Woohoo. This price is like a lot more. I think it was like $2.29, whereas wholesale clubs are like $1.29 and you get kind of bigger, beefier bananas. That's okay. In the back, we've got a 3-pack of peppers. I only really buy those when I shop at like Kroger and stuff, and I love incorporating them into cooking when I do these Kroger orders. I don't know why I don't just grab it at wholesale clubs because they sell them too. Super excited about the butternut squash. This is something that most wholesale clubs do not sell. But the problem is it's $4.49 at Kroger no matter what, charged by quantity and not by weight for this specific produce. And sometimes I'll get like a teeny tiny one for $4.49. Sometimes I get a big one for $4.49. The best time is when they go on sale for like $1.49 and I grab a few of them and they're this size. That makes me so happy. It's crazy the things that make you happy when you're an adult. I grabbed a little pack of the gold kiwis over here just to hold us over until next week. I've been on a strawberry kick, so I picked up a pack of strawberries as well. They're just like in season right now and just tasting so glorious. Grabbed a pack of cuties for the kiddos. Also, we've been on like a major watermelon kick. I almost grabbed a black diamond watermelon because I saw that they had it. I've never had that before, but I looked it up and they are seeded. So I didn't know if we would really like it and if it would be a hassle. So I just went with traditional for now. But if you've ever had black diamond, let me know. Did I make a mistake? Should I have grabbed that? I got a couple different squash. I got a yellow squash and a zucchini squash. I also got a couple of sweet potatoes. And then last but not least, I grabbed an onion. So that's everything we grabbed at Kroger. Okay, friends, the link for the recipe on this one is going to be in the description box because it's actually not a Kate original this time. My friend Chelsea on Instagram had sent it to me because she thought I would like it, and let me tell you, she was right. We did go with ground beef instead of ground chicken because that was what was thawed in our fridge. I did want to share my hack too. I do this with ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey. What I do is I cook it right in the crock pot. I love using this method when I don't have time to stand over a stove and brown some ground beef. Make sure to evenly cover the bottom with whatever meat you're using. I then always season it, add peppers, onion, garlic, whatever the recipe calls for that, and cook it on high for about an hour. And then once it's fully cooked, you just want to drain off any grease that you have and then add whatever sauces for the recipe you're working with and let it cook for another half hour or so. This is a great way to do chili or even meat sauce for spaghetti during those hot months when you don't want to turn on the stove. You'll also see me brushing some sliders with melted butter, sprinkling Cajun seasoning, and then baking them in the oven for about 5 minutes. If you're avoiding the oven right now though, that's a completely optional step, but it just gave it a little extra yum factor.
It's night in the city and I'm on my way back home, humming on my favorite ditty, swinging like Natalie Cole. But then out of the blue, who strolls down the boulevard but you? Your place is closer than mine. Why don't we go there and have some more wine? 'Cause life is for living. Let's see where the sun might lead. Let's see where the sun might lead. Waking up to a brand new day in between your sheets, breaking up in the best of ways, and I'm back again on the street.
Pressing record is a very important part, so.
Here we are, pressing record.
You guys, we have an exciting dinner to share with you. My only regret is that it's supposed to be made with ground chicken, and we use the ground chicken for other purposes. So I ended up making it with ground beef.
Is that a regret?
We're gonna find out, to be honest. I won't know.
I'm gonna say no, and I haven't even tried it.
John loves beef, so this is right up John's alley. We have some Cajun. Is it Cajun? I keep confusing Cajun and Creole. I'm so sorry.
Creole.
No, it's Cajun.
Oh, it is Cajun.
Yeah, but when I put you in charge of making the ground beef and getting it started earlier,
Yeah.
I told you Creole. So this is Creole and Cajun because John put Creole seasoning in the ground beef, but then I re-seasoned it with some Cajun. So it's a mixture of both worlds, okay? And then the top has some butter and some more Cajun seasoning. All right, John. Let's go. Let's do this.
These buns.
Me
These
too.
buns
I
are
love
my
these buns.
favorite. Shoot.
I want to hear your thoughts, sir.
Everything about that works.
It's so good. It's so good.
I'm kind of happy we didn't have the ground chicken because I feel like the beef gave it a little bit extra.
I personally think I would like it with ground chicken more than I like it with the ground beef. Because ground beef to me is a lot like softer in a way. Like I feel like the ground chicken has a little girth to it.
She's got some girth.
Yeah, she's thick. So I feel like she might, for me personally, I think I would like that better. But this is a vibe, I'm not gonna lie to you. It takes an entire tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, and then John had put the Creole seasoning in it as well. And then I put more Cajun seasoning on the top. There's definitely a zing, but I wouldn't call it spicy. What are your thoughts? Did you feel like it was spicy? No. If I don't think it's spicy, John definitely won't think it's spicy. When it comes to intensity, I'm the wuss here. I'm the problem. But I would say it's zingster. You know, there's definitely a little...
You think there's a zing to it?
Yeah. It hits
I feel
ya.
like the flavors are just all like...
It's flavorful.
Complementing each other.
Yes. But it hits you at the top of the throat. So you may want to start with like a half a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning.
Just go full.
First, and then, you know, season it to your taste, basically. I would say that if somebody's on the mild end, this may be a little too much. So start with like half a tablespoon and then see what happens.
Is my taste buds just like I needed to
I don't
be
know.
like
The other thing,
face?
maybe that's where you're at in life. If you do need it at that, I was originally going to make a remoulade sauce to go with this. But I just didn't have the energy in me. And then I looked it up and you're supposed to put capers in there. And they're like, I had everything else except that. But I have always wanted to make that sauce and make it the traditional way. And I also really like capers. So I'm like, if I'm going to make that sauce, I want to do it right. So we'll save that for another time. But I was thinking like a remoulade sauce to like dunk those in would be bomb. It would be so good. The other thing that I was going to say was... Nobody knows. Oh, I also messed up. I put a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce in there. It was only supposed to be an 8-ounce can. So the fact that I think it's got a little bit of a zing and I had double the amount of tomato sauce, if you made the actual recipe with only 8 ounces of tomato sauce and the full tablespoon, that would probably be real zingster. Okay.
Pick up the zing a little.
It would pick up the zing. But anyways, that's all the feedback we have on that matter. Okay, what are you scoring that?
I'm scoring that a 9.5.
You're scoring a 9.5. I'm going 9. This is definitely going to be made again. That's the thing. It was so simple. Making it in the crock pot was the way to go. I didn't follow that part of the recipe. I know you guys are shocked because I'm such a good recipe follower.
Here's my thing though.
What's your thing?
We always say this is going to be made again.
But we
in
never
the
get
last,
around to it.
year, maybe year and a half, we
We-
just haven't made a single thing.
You guys,
a
I
second
get
time.
so jazzed up to share recipes with you guys.
We keep making all these different things. We're like, oh my god, we're gonna make that again. We're gonna make that.
Both him and I are on this like train of like, you know what we should try? Like we get so excited. I'll be like in the shower or on the treadmill or like staring at a wall and I'll be like, that's what we should try to make. So we don't repeat a lot of stuff over here, which is great because variety is the spice of life. You know what I mean?
Bam.
But at the same time, recipes that hit like this, I'm kind of like, dang, I want to make that again, you know? But any hoodles, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to get that feedback over to corporate. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe because you never know if the algorithm's bringing you back over here to Crazy Town.
Bing.
Bing. John just stays in the background at all times, just making weird shakas and peace signs. I hope we delivered whatever you needed when you clicked on that thumbnail, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye.
With a little bit of crazy.